Hey, I think I'm here a little early. So this is my first time in StreamYard. So give me a second to acquaint myself, see what's going on over here in YouTube land. Oh, okay. All right. So is there anyone in here at this time? And is my audio okay if you are? Hey, Chica, how are you? Is the Hey Mel. Um, how's the audio? Can you hear me okay? Okay, good, good, good. Okay. So, there's a couple people in here. I don't really expect there to be a lot. I don't have a very big channel, but so tomorrow I'm interviewing the parents of Aleah Scheible. Have you heard of her? Hey, Watcher, have you heard of her case? She's the 17-year-old who went missing out of North Las Vegas. But so I'm interviewing her parents, and I wanted to make sure that, before I did so, I kind of, oh, good, good. That I kind of reached out, and if you guys have watched anything or seen anything about her case, did you have any specific questions that you wanted me to ask? I mean, you can always ask them in the chat tomorrow. Um, but and I have, let me pull up. I have some questions already as well, but it's just a really odd case. Um, I don't know. Let's see. You'd think somebody, oops, you'd think somebody would have spoken up by now, one of her friends or something. Okay, let me get this off of here so I can see y'all. Yeah, I got StreamYard to work. Yay. Um, I think I can even share screen. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try this out. It asked if I should share audio. I guess I'll do that. Although I don't really, well, I might have something. Okay, got it. All right, so I think we're sharing screen here. Yeah, cold truth. Mel, is it sharing? Okay, good. Yeah, I shared audio. Oh, yay, I did it. So right now it just looks like an infinitesimal set of windows. Yeah, I did it through StreamYard and it was so easy. So I don't even know what my malfunction was or if maybe there was just a glitch in the website the first night I tried it. And you would not believe how easy it is. It's like if I can do it, anyone can do it. It's that easy. For real. Yeah, hey, you know what I'll do? Click that link and you guys can come in and talk with me and you can see what StreamYard is and you can see from like the backstage. Yeah, it's so funny, watchers. My son mentioned I should do more or I should do cases on missing Indigenous women because there's so many going missing. And um, we're Puerto Rican. We're not like mainland indigenous, but we're, Taino descent. Oh my gosh, there's Mel. me add her to the stream. Ah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh my gosh, I can hear you. Watcher, can you hear Mel?
You did it.
I can't believe it. It's actually quite a miracle. Did you see backstage, like the backstage part of it, Mel?
Yep. Yep. I can still see it.
Yeah. And can you see the different little things I can click on? It's like super easy.
Um, yeah,
So
I know. And then
I
you
can
can
mute it.
add more. You can invite whoever, and it's
Yeah.
really easy. You just have to have really good upstreaming.
Okay.
If
It's
not, it
not
gets really glitchy the more people that you add.
okay.
I don't
Well,
hear Ask Watcher if she hears, or I guess Watcher could
no,
be. No, she's a
she's
she.
loud and clear. Yeah, she's a she,
Yeah,
but she's
I knew that.
loud and clear.
Is there any
Um,
glitching, Watcher?
yeah, it does. And so watch, I'll walk you through. So I don't know how to make this just one. Oh, I guess would I share my browser? Let me try
Well, from
this.
there, open up another tab at the on like your computer part.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
can you guys see this?
Yep.
Okay, so Watcher, I just literally Googled Streamlabs or DuckDuckGo Streamlabs. Oops, StreamYard. This is another one. This is the one I could not figure out.
I couldn't figure out Streamlabs either.
Oh my God, it was a total hot mess. Oh, so it's wanting to just log me in automatically, but because I'm on a live at the moment. There we go. But anyway, I Googled StreamYard and just went to log in, and it just has an option like, connect to Facebook or
Hmm.
YouTube or whatever. You select YouTube, and it already had my sign-in credentials because it's, had the Google credentials. So I
Hmm.
just chose my channel, and then it linked it, and then it just said go live. It was literally that simple.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it was because Watcher was asking about it. And then, yes, it generates a link for you to invite other people in. So the people just click on that link, like Mel did, and then they can come up and talk.
I'm gonna mute because it's getting
Y-
loud here.
Yeah, that happens at my house. Um, yeah, you should, Watcher, and do your indigenous folks. That would be fun. That would like be really awesome. It's such an under talked about thing. That's kind of, the point here. And Mel, you have been working on a case. What's the one that you've been working on most recently?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have like simultaneously, I have four right now. And
Oh Lord.
fifth one that I've
Oh gosh.
actually six,
Oh my goodness.
which is just not working out at all.
Yeah,
I
that would
I can't say no. Like,
yeah, that I could see where that would be a problem.
but I'm also really, really anal, and I'm not good at edit. Because I have a podcast, like one that's not on YouTube. That's my main, like,
I Yeah, I noticed you had a podcast when I went to your channel.
yeah. So the only time I use YouTube is if I'm just like, it's like happening right now, or I'm being lazy.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go on YouTube. I don't know about the quality per se, but as far as YouTube goes and just doing it live streaming, you don't have to spend the hours upon hours editing. And then also, you have to be a bit tech savvy for that.
Right.
And I just maybe at some point I'll have it in me, but I don't right now. But Watcher was asking, oops, I should go to the StreamYard. Watcher was,
Oh, Nakota Kelly. His mother is Caucasian. His dad is Nigerian. So,
oh, Nakota sounds like a Native American name.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was murdered by his father, um, and
Oh gosh.
dismembered, and his body still missing. His dad is in prison.
Wow.
He's been, he's in jail. He's been indicted for murder without the body,
Or
because
okay.
they found enough blood evidence to suggest that he was dead. So it's the worst case. I mean, it is heartbreaking. I spent
Wow.
yesterday all morning until from like I think I got the first message from her at like 6:30 a.m. and on and off, and then basically from about 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock, I was on the phone either trying to set stuff up or on the phone with her. Her name's Haley. She's amazing, and all to find out, she sent me the link for the virtual court. He was supposed to have court yesterday. All to find out we did all of that only for me to try the link and then realize it's not there. Then go to my case and realize that they've canceled it without telling her.
Oh my gosh. How
Yeah,
does that happen?
didn't even bother. I mean, I had to be the one to tell her that it was canceled. Like,
Wow. That's unbelievable. I mean, like they're not already going through enough.
right.
Wow.
It's been one of those cases where I don't know. I'm not into the whole like psychic stuff, or I it freaks me out. But there are just so many things that have happened with him, and that I can't help but feel called to help her,
Yeah.
like I went out searching. I just had to go. Like I had to go and try. And we found a bunch of stuff, buried in a freshly dug up 4 foot, 2 foot high, 4 foot like wide hole in the area where he was. And we start kind of troweling through it just a little bit to see. And there's like a phone chip, a zip ties, cloth. Um, there was a knife, clothing. It was like, what in the world? We call the police. They come and they say, no, it isn't anything. But the officer just so happened to be the first one on scene the night that he was the first one to find the bathroom. This has been crazy. Just little things like that. Because IMPD, they
A
have
lot
probably
of
about,
coincidences
yeah, they have about 2,000 officers, And
and
so,
for the same one.
right, on a random Wednesday afternoon, like we get the same officer, and he ended up staying and talking to us for probably half an hour, him and his um backup, or whatever they call each other, partner.
Mhm.
It was just like little crazy stuff like that keeps happening, just like,
That's what I'm afraid that a case will pull me in, and I'm an empath like that as well. And yeah, I don't want to get too pulled into anything, but I need to make sure I keep my distance
you
because
do. And
because
what?
it can be so time consuming. I mean, I've got two teenagers, so I'm
Me too, me too.
yeah, yeah. I've got enough to keep me busy, but Watcher, yeah. Oh, thank you. Um, you had no, I don't think we're on Facebook. Um, or I don't know if she was asking you, Mel, or if she was asking me.
I
She
don't see
said,
anything.
um,
Oh, I am. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm on there. Where did it go? this one right here.
The green screen is, I haven't bought one. I just put up curtains. I don't know.
I just, like I'm
It's
literally
really
sitting.
easy. They sell them. It's just like you can even get them to where they're full. Well, it's kind of almost like a projector. Like if you want to store a projector, they have green screens like that where they pull up. You can
Oh
mount
yeah,
them to
yeah,
the
yeah.
floor, yeah, or the ceiling. I think I found one like that where it's mounted to the ceiling. I was like, I don't know about all that. I don't. But they have to
Yeah,
be like really tight, or they
yeah,
don't
that's
work.
yeah. You start to get distortion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, I was like, I'm not gonna make this more difficult than it needs to be. If later I want to get a green
Hold on just a second.
screen, I will, but okay. But for now, I'm just chilling in my room and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
so
angle is a little weird. I think it's like casting like a glare across your glasses.
that's the only thing I cannot it's my computer screen. I know I have really tried to like fix that.
Are you on your bed?
Yeah,
You might try getting a like a TV tray, like a bed tray. You know what I'm talking about?
see, but look, even if I raise it like until I raise it up here, like above my head, oh, but then
Mm.
when I look up at it, it happens again. I think I have a like a coating on my glasses that are for computer screens because of work. So I'm
Oh.
on the computer so much, and so it tints it so
Mhm.
that it's not so harsh on your eyes. And so I'm wondering if that's what's showing up because, yeah, like if I can get above it, I don't know. Is it showing now? The lens? Oh, but now you're not on me. Duh. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Aside
Oh,
from
it's
maybe
not bad. I was just wondering
it
if
is
it was
though.
because
It's really distracting. I wonder if I
see when
turn my
you're looking over there, it just doesn't do it.
yeah, it's only when I'm looking at
Yeah.
uh actual screen. Let me see if I change my brightness level, if that helps.
Oh, yeah. That actually made everything look better.
Did it?
Yeah, big time. Your
Okay.
room and everything.
Okay. Good. Well, then that helps a little bit with the glare. It's not so bad.
Hmm.
Of course, it's more difficult for me to see, but I
Oh,
think
is
I
it?
can still
Of
swing it.
course.
Yeah, it's dimmed my screen a whole lot. That's why Greeno got contacts. Oh, I am so weird about like touching my eyes because once I start touching my eyes, they get super itchy. And even if I've just washed my hands, it's the weirdest thing. So I am so weirded out by contacts. I did have some at one time, and they literally drove me nuts. I felt like I had sand in my eyes the entire
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
And plus, I have dry eye. I use Restasis,
Mm.
so I think that would be a problem too. Yeah, or maybe yeah, I just can't do them. I didn't know there were other people like me. I thought I was just a weirdo when it came to that. So, what do you guys think about like, after tomorrow's interview, hopefully I'll have some viewers. It's been up there a little bit, and I know it's been shared on their website or on their Facebook group as well. Um, but after the broadcast, I guess, so to speak, or talking with um, the parents, what do you think about like an after hours kind of thing where, they're gone and the kind of formal part of the interview is done, and but everybody kind of chiming in and talking about the case and ideas and
Yeah, I like that. It makes it a little bit more, just a little bit unique. From I'm thinking of Jason's, um, but that after talk would be cool. I think it would make you kind of,
yeah.
you want to find your niche. Um,
Yeah, and I think I'm myself am not too exciting. I don't have this really great radio voice, like Mr. Grotto or some of a lot of these other folks, but even you have a really good voice, Mel. But so I don't have that kind of broadcast voice, but so I have to find something else to be entertaining some other way. But I thought
I
maybe
think you sound
even
good.
folks could, so in StreamYard, you can have up to 6 people on live at the same time for the free version. Um,
Right.
yeah, and then as people leave, others can come or what have you. But so if people even wanted to, if I dropped the link, if people wanted to, hey Melissa,
I would go ahead and try it now and drop the link and see if Melissa and Watcher would just come on for a second.
and just see if it's.
Just so you can test your upstreaming.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Do you guys want to? Do either of you want to do that? Oops. Here you go.
Because I'm hearing
Oh,
a
I'm a total Nick
glitch.
watcher. Oh, are you?
Yeah, on my end. I don't know if they are or not.
I wonder if it's my earrings hitting this.
Oh, it might be. Or,
Oh my God. That's the Puerto Rican coming out of me.
oh, I bet that is it.
That is so funny. My hoop earrings. Oh, my kids will never let me live that one down.
It might be the mic is too close to your mouth, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
possibility. It was kind of clanking around earlier. It's like I
right.
don't really know what to do with it. Like, just kind of hold it here. No.
I mean, I think it's all about like on certain. There you go.
There's Watcher. Hey, Chica. You might, let's see. I don't have you mute. Let me mute you and then unmute you. But Watcher, make sure that you're, oh, wait, there you are. But you might have to use earbuds.
Yeah, you can't have YouTube turned on when you're on the StreamYard.
Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise
Can you
it
hear me?
echoes. Yep,
Yep.
there you are. Yay. So at least we know so far with 3 people that we're doing good. Melissa said she was sitting in chat by herself, didn't see the live stream pop up. Did it not connect to my live stream that's on Facebook? I mean, on YouTube?
I got a
Oh, no,
notification for it.
you did, but it might not have linked to, like, if somebody actually went to my, um,
Oh,
let's
I
see.
know what Melissa's talking about. Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
new notification. You didn't come back on the one that you.
yeah, it's not linked.
Hmm.
Oh, so I wonder
So
how I do that.
when you come back on, so okay, so what you're gonna do for tomorrow is you're gonna go ahead and schedule it. So you're gonna go when you go, you want to
So I'm
go
scheduling
ahead and
here.
share your screen, and I'll show you.
Oh, am I not sharing my screen? Oh, good Lord. Hang on. Okay. Wait, there's Watcher. There we go. Hey, Watcher.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So let me share screen.
And then this will be good test for you too. You can obviously delete it if you want to, but you can listen back to it and see if you hear anything with your mic and all that.
Oh, good point. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see. Um, oops. So here was the one I wanted to link to that um,
Yeah, I
it
think
can go to.
my guess would be that you didn't. Did you join in on that one? Did you go back into it?
No, so when I went to StreamYard, it didn't give me an option that I know of to select a specific, uh,
Yeah.
I guess, endpoint
Hmm.
on YouTube. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out tomorrow or
Yeah.
for tomorrow.
So what you do basically, like it'll say, "Do you want to that the main screen of Streamyard?" It's really simple. It all just says like connect to you. You hit the YouTube button first,
Yeah,
and then it'll say create, and then you can go. If you scroll down, you can add like thumbnail art or a
right.
title and all that, and then you
Yeah,
pick. I usually pick explicit just because that way you don't get
I
any
do the over
strikes,
18.
and then you can schedule it for a
Yeah,
time. But when you and then you don't have to stay in there, but when you go back, you just click on that one and open it
maybe,
up.
maybe my problem is that I scheduled it through my YouTube studio
Yeah, you can't
instead.
do that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I scheduled it through there instead of
That's
through
it.
StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah, you have to schedule
Well,
the StreamYard.
so the one that's on there for tomorrow, I'll have to change before the stream. So that way
Yeah.
I'll just delete that one and create a new one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did
But
that the first time I got on there, and I was like, I have literally no clue what happened. I don't know how to do it. So I had this
yeah.
whole chat going, and then when I came on, it was not there. It's awful.
Oh, that sucks.
But
Yeah.
growing pains, you'll get it.
Live and learn. Yeah. And Watcher, so where do you live in an area where there's a lot of indigenous people?
I live in Tennessee, which I'm bordered North Carolina, so that's all mostly Cherokee, which is what I am. So
Oh,
kind of,
okay.
sorta.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, any place in the United States, has a history of indigenous people. I mean, I'm an Indian, it's Indian with an A at the end. So, and Ohio and really we just basically all this was indigenous land
Well,
before
and
you
I'm like
guys
an
are.
hour. I'm an hour away from Cherokee, North Carolina. So, um, that's a big casino area.
I've been
they
there.
went to the, yeah. So so I'm an hour from
I
there.
went to the Kentucky Fried Chicken there.
What?
I was so starving, and I had been in, uh, I guess near Gatlinburg, and I decided I had my boys with me. I was like, let's drive to the reservation. There's a reservation kind of like maybe an hour and a half from here, you know, and so we drove over there to North Carolina. It's just over the state line, really.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, so we got over there and it was a rainy, cold day, but we were like freaking exhausted from just everything else, all the traveling, and then so yeah, we went to the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
How funny.
That was our tourist spot, in Cherokee, North Carolina.
How
Leave it
funny.
to me. I had to get my fried chicken.
That's hilarious.
I know. But yeah, it was there were a couple shops open, so it was really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, I
We
think I'm
missed,
going to go over there too, and just kind of try to talk to some people. They're just so hesitant. I have tried, I have begged, I have pleaded for people to get in touch with me and get in touch with Jason, but they just will not talk to. If they think you're non-indigenous, they're not going to talk to you. Period.
yeah, That's exactly right. There, and with good reason. I
Oh yeah, I
mean,
don't blame them a bit. No, I don't blame
yeah.
them a bit. Mm-mm.
What I do with my other? I'm going to take this stream down. I'm not going to keep it up after uh, we get done with it, since it's not anything really,
Yeah.
you know, to
Yeah,
to
just
speak
listen to a
of.
few minutes so you can hear the glitches and see if I because I don't think it's your mic. I think it's the upstream. You can
Okay.
you can test it. I just don't want you to get into a situation where you've got like six people on there and the chat's like mad because it's all glitching. So that way
Yeah.
you'll know exactly, can I have two people? Can I only have one? Do I need to get a better those kind of little
Or
things.
do I need to I could Ethernet it too, you
Oh,
know.
that I started doing that and it was very helpful.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference to just
Mhm.
connect it right to the modem.
Right. And then turning off all the stuff, the Wi-Fi that's on that you're not using, I do that too. It
You
helps a
know
lot.
what? I don't know if y'all have ever looked at your like your master for your home internet to see like what's connected and all of
Mhm.
that. I'm like, I have TVs I didn't even know I had. I
I know.
mean,
Yeah.
where are these TVs? What is this?
I
They
know.
have, just one random one in the basement. We never go in the basement, but at one point the kids had gone down there, and so they, turned on Netflix or something on that TV, and that had been like 6 months previous. And so really all those things are still connected to and they're taking from your bit rate, even when they're
Yeah.
not being used.
Right. That's what I found out. I got on mine and I think it's called like mobile, I don't know, mobile patrol. That's my jail app. Never mind. I don't know what it's called. But
Yeah.
I was like, there were 13 things hooked up to it and the kids weren't home. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
um, what in the world? And it was Alexa's, the TV, and I had all these laptops on there. And so, of course, I disconnect the wrong one. I'm like getting ready to go live, and
Oh no.
I had to figure out how to reconnect it. But it
Oh
ended
my
up
God.
being a bunch of old, like, it was what are those called? It's a tablet, but it's not a fire, like
Oh,
a
like a
Kindle.
Kindle?
Yeah. I was like, I finally
Oh,
found it. I was like, I want to account for all of these and name them because it's just driving me
yeah.
nuts. And then
Yeah.
finally, it was like in a drawer. It wasn't turned, it was just like off. I didn't even know Kindle used Wi Fi. So I was like, okay, well,
Yeah. That's
all
how it
right.
downloads the books. Yeah.
Duh. I just
Yeah.
never even thought about it.
Never put it together. It
I
just
never thought about any
magically
of this
works. Yeah,
before
I know.
last March.
I know. Um,
But yeah, I think it sounds really good. And sometimes you just have to kind of wait too. Like the connection will get better after about
mhm.
10 minutes or so. It's weird. I don't
Yeah.
understand
Oh,
why.
I've heard other creators say that too.
Hmm.
By Watcher. Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask you, Watcher, about other than that one in Cherokee, or if you knew of anything going like missing people in Cherokee, North Carolina in particular that you were interested in, or if you were just wanting to go there, to visit. Um, yeah, but well, I've heard other creators say that, and it takes a while, and then all of a sudden it just gets better.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's weird. I bought it for my laptop though. It's a gaming laptop. Is yours?
Hmm.
Yeah, so
No.
it has more graphic processing units, and it doesn't save to like the same type of. Can you hear my dog snoring? Bella.
That's why I
Oh,
muted mine.
oh my
I was
God.
like trying to
This
scoot my dog
dog.
over.
God, she sounds like a black bear. in here. She's the English Mastiff. She weighs like
Oh,
175 pounds. I know. And she's just like sawing logs.
that's funny.
Oh, Melissa, how am I feeling about tomorrow? Really nervous. And I can't find him in to be able to get info. Oh, okay. Okay. Got you. Yeah, they do have powwows. Oh, that's awesome. You would think a powwow would not be a real thing just because, it sounds like something mythological that you learned, in school. But
Hmm.
it is, it's a real thing. Thank you, Watcher.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be tough. I've
yeah,
with
but
reservations, just
getting in there.
the lack of
Yeah,
trust and all of
yeah,
that. But I think
hmm
at some point we all have to realize we have to trust somebody, and I think that
yeah,
that would be so helpful if someone would deem like you have to earn. Trust is earned, and it's very easily broken.
yeah. I
So,
also think the other thing with Indigenous folks is that, um, what is the percentage of murders, they happen by or are perpetrated by someone right? So
hmm,
so most of their crime is intertribal crime, and so they want to take care of it themselves.
right,
They don't want outsiders coming in and screwing up stuff and but I think if there were a crime that were perhaps perpetrated by an outsider, I think that they would welcome the additional, the help. I just think when it's something that they suspect is intertribal, they like to keep it that way.
right.
That's
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got it up. Do you have any questions
Thank
as far as like
you.
anything else with the interview or?
No, let me share my screen with you so you can see this, right? Or can you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, I have some questions and just based on like some of the other or the other interview, but I've only seen one other interview,
They,
literally.
her dad was on Jason's,
It was on
right?
Jason, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's all that I saw. I didn't see
His name was Jason too, right?
Ross Scheiber
Oh,
or
Ross. Okay.
Scheibel. Yeah, Ross was his first name. But or is his first name. Um, what did you say? Time to get back to the roots. I'm also going to do the DNA. Oh my God, I'm like so paranoid. I will not do the DNA thing because I think, oh my God, what if it affects my kids somehow in the future? And I went so far as I don't know if y'all know this, but at least in Indiana, anytime you give birth, they keep some of the cord blood from your child and they bank it.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
new to, well,
no,
I
and
think
when my kids were
Maris.
born, so anyway, you have to actually write a letter. You have to put it in writing and send it to them, ask them to destroy the specimen and just trust that they did it.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
So
don't
I did
know.
do
I'm
that because I
I'm the
am
opposite. I'm
paranoid.
I'm I opted in and I've done the 23andMe and opted in
My
on
aunt
GEDmatch.
did.
Huh?
My aunt did the 23andMe. I'm like, great, now dad's gonna get arrested.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Oh
oh
my
great, now they're gonna
goodness.
chase, good
That
Lord.
happened to my dad one time. He was arrested for murder. Um, it was awful. So we were really, really little, and everyone was asleep. It was the middle of the night, and all of a sudden there's SWAT team, and they come in and they arrest my
Oh,
dad,
wow.
and they take him there, and my mom is freaking out. She takes us to my
Yeah.
grandma's and is trying to figure out like what is going on. And so, long story short, they arrested the murderer had the exact same middle name as my dad.
That's like that case, remember, where that girl got killed when the SWAT team went into the wrong house? And
Mm.
you didn't hear about that? So this was recent. SWAT team went into the wrong house, and it was a man and woman, a young man and young woman, I think probably in their 30s or so. And when the husband heard all the, like, the door break in,
Mhm.
he grabbed his gun and, like, ran out. And
Mm.
of course, bullets started flying. They killed the girl who was in bed still.
Oh my
And
god.
it was awful, and it was the wrong house.
No. Oh.
Oh my God. Yeah, that just happened. Yeah, that was part of the whole BLM issue, Watcher. Yeah,
Oh, I
big deal. I didn't know it was a African American family who it happened to. Regardless, whoever it is, it's awful. But that could have very easily happened to you. Well, that's crazy.
yeah, they and the crazy thing is my dad is like deacon of a really, Southern Baptist church. He's like
Yeah.
total Poindexter. I think
Oh
he
my
tried
God.
alcohol one time. He's like just a very intellectual, like just not boring, but he just would rather sit and talk about deep stuff, like he's
Yeah.
nothing criminal really about him. I
Yeah.
wish we could see him when he was in the jail because he was in the, hold
He
up
was
for a little
probably so
bit.
calm. He was probably
Huh?
so calm. He was probably so calm, but really pissed off.
Oh, he was. He was completely calm and very understanding. And it's like, it's okay,
The
this.
most polite person ever getting
Right.
arrested
Oh, yeah,
for
he really
murder,
is.
and not, excuse me, I'm gonna put some chapstick on. My lips are
Right.
chapped. But yeah. Hey, yeah, you're arresting me for murder. I have no idea of
Right.
any details of, yet I'm still gonna be polite.
Right. Oh, yeah, he is. That was like, there's only a handful of times when I've ever seen my dad angry, and it was so out of character that's why I remember it.
Yeah.
Mostly at me. So kind of
Well,
wild.
mm, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I've had my adventures as well. It seasons us.
you know what I should do is I should have my dad on because I call him Dapper Dad. He's been on the podcast
Oh,
because
that's cute, Dapper Dad.
he's a he has his master's in psychology, and so I had him on because I was really nervous to be by myself.
Mhm.
But I should have him back on, and we should cover the real person, the real murderer. I wonder if they ever
Yes.
caught the person. I don't know.
Oh, that you don't even know?
No, I mean I don't. My dad may know. I should ask him,
Oh my
but I
gosh,
don't.
you need to look into that and tell that story.
I know. I literally just talking with you has made me remember it. I've totally forgotten all about it.
It's something a little more, I mean, it's not upbeat that, SWAT broke down your guys' door and arrested your dad for murder, but
Right. I know. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, but, kind of has a happy ending.
Yeah. I mean, since he didn't do it.
Right. And he didn't get falsely accused.
Yeah. It would have been so bad if it ended up being,
Oh, could you imagine?
days and weeks or months, like
Yeah.
before they realized they had the the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should, I am. I'm going to because now my curiosity's peaked it just never dawned on me to look that up before.
Yeah, you should, what is it, newspaper.com or something like that, where you can look up old articles?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have that. I just saw my membership, my subscription ran out.
Oh, do you have to pay? Is it a subscription?
Yeah, it's every 6 months, like $80, I think, every
Oh,
6 months. Mm-hmm.
oh,
It's not like too bad, but it ain't. It's not too cheap.
good Lord. Remember microfiche?
Right. I used to love. I
I
love
the
libraries.
reeling the reeling of it, it was
Oh,
just so relaxing as you're
everything.
I loved it, and the card catalogs, the smell of
Oh
them.
my gosh. Yes. Yes. I loved libraries.
I did
Like if I
too.
were going to take a road trip, it would literally include going to every library, at least one library in every state.
Yeah,
That would
or
be my dream
or
vacation.
Utah. Utah would be the huge one.
Mm,
I think they have
yeah.
that huge genealogy library there. And
Oh
Fort
my
Wayne, Indiana,
gosh.
Fort Wayne, I'm in Indiana, but Fort Wayne, Indiana has a big genealogy library as well.
Are you in Fort Wayne?
No, I'm just north of Indianapolis.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
west of Indianapolis.
Oh, are you really?
Or like literally, I'm about
I used
I'm
to work
probably
at IU
20
West.
down. IU West, Avon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yep. I live right by there.
Yeah. So I'm up north in the Noblesville.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a terrible drive. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just I'm just fine. I haven't driven my car since COVID.
Right.
We've taken a couple road trips, just the kids and I. But my car, like, I hate going places. So if
I do.
I could just get away with staying in all the time,
I know.
I
I'm
totally would.
literally made for it.
Yeah. Watcher, that's cool. You know what? You don't need an interview. I mean, I just am doing this one interview. I don't plan to do a bunch of interviews. I'm not going to try to take like Jason Hebert's format or anything like that. I'm just going to do a mix of things. I know myself and I get bored if I do the same thing too much and I'll just lose interest altogether. So I have to do what, the interview for Jason. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get that. But yeah, I get so bored with stuff that if I try to force myself to do something one way all the time, then it's
Yeah.
gonna just not work. It's not gonna end well. Yeah, we're
Right.
twins. Watcher said we're twins. Yeah, I can't. I can't even commit. Like committing to something, yeah, I've got issues.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even commit to doing one video a week. So it's just whenever I can get them out, I will, and they might be spur of the moment, they might not be, you know. I'm not doing this for money. I don't have it's not monetized or anything else. So,
Yeah.
but
It takes a while on YouTube.
yeah, Jason was like the first year is like awful.
Yeah.
He said, just don't go in with high expectations. I was like, oh, don't worry. He said, otherwise you'll be really, devastated. But
For sure.
yeah, I'm not worried about it. For me, it's more of like it's a hobby, something to do, you know, um, exercise my brain a little bit. And I like to research stuff. So,
Hmm.
so that's fun for me.
Yeah, I
But
do too. That's how I got. I didn't have any intention of doing anything like this. I just
yeah,
like researching, and that's it. That's what
yeah.
I have two. My aunt was murdered when I was little, and my
Oh,
one of my friends was murdered in 2009, and so and then obviously Abby and Libby. That was a big one because my kids were that same age, and
Abby and Libby are a
oof,
big one for me too. I have
yeah,
I have like a whole dossier on that. I don't want to say like, and how does it say how many people are in chat?
It should, yeah.
Let me see.
If not, Watcher should probably be able to let you know.
Yeah. Oh, I think I turned it off. That's what it was.
Delphi is just, man, I wish it was Garrett Kurtz. I really do.
Yeah, I know.
That way it could just be done and over. You know, he's,
Watcher, there's two people in there. Okay. So I presume that's you and probably Melissa and then Mel and I are over here. But do you know who I think it is? Mel?
mm-mm.
Do you remember he was the youngest? Now this is all just in case anybody sees this. This is speculation. Oh, Melissa's gone. Okay. So, that would mean there's one other person in there. So I don't know who would be Watcher. But do you remember the youngest mayor ever? Remember that whole thing?
Oh,
Shane
yeah.
Evans?
Yeah, Shane. Mm-hmm.
Wait till I show you some pictures. I don't want to do it here because, but uh, I've got pictures. I've done like I put them together kind of, and looked back and forth. And first of all, Abby looks almost exactly like his wife.
Really?
And yeah, and he's in the right age range, and he walks with his hands in his pockets, just like that. Every picture you see, he has his hand in his pocket. His body type is exactly the same. And when you look at the pictures, like both of them, remember the new one and the old one, like you can see a little bit of him. Like if you were to combine them, it's him.
Mm-hmm. See, I thought he was in a meeting that day. I thought they
I
released
don't
that on
know.
YouTube.
Why would he? I don't know. Maybe he was. I wasn't able to track down what he was doing, but then he stepped down from being mayor halfway through his second term and took the assistant DA position.
I
You know,
know
that's like,
that is weird.
yeah, that's like classic inserting yourself so you make sure you have all the information.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just weird because we already have a very young prosecutor in Delphi, like in Carroll County, that would be Delphi, and
Mhm.
then you're gonna add another one that's even younger. Like, oh my
Right.
gosh, are you kidding
But
me?
then you're going to step down from mayor to do that,
Well, oh yeah, for sure. It's a lot
to be a,
better of a
not even,
job if you have
not
the
even,
degree. It's a better job. So yeah, I could.
why didn't
I
he
don't
just do
think,
that first?
huh? I don't think you could,
So,
but yeah, I would. I don't know. It's the coroner. I
mhm.
won't say his name, but he was 23 years old, I think. You're like, what is
This is
going
a
on?
city, like,
Who votes in Delphi? Just do all like the 20, 25 and under vote? Like,
yeah, nobody over 26 or over 25 votes
it just kind of makes you wonder of, are they doing that on purpose? Are they like wanting basically yes men, and they think maybe the younger the better? I don't know.
now.
It's
Yeah,
very
that's
odd.
weird.
I know that he took over for his dad, so that part's not odd, but he had no real
Well,
good
nepotism.
training at all. Huh?
Nepotism is odd. Yeah, you don't, nepotism's never good.
Yeah, but it's a bizarre little area. But then
It
again,
is.
part of it is like Mayberry, you know?
Mhm.
It's ideal. So it's just a weird.
Yeah, it is very weird. Yes, and you're right, Mel. That's what we were saying. It's like a bunch of kids running that place. Like any voted position is filled by somebody, 25 or under, or, under 30. It's weird.
Yeah. I think Fouts becoming a defense attorney is weird too. For Carroll County. I mean, like, that's just weird.
Wait, who's Fouts?
The one that, quote, retired with the scandal.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a big to do.
oh, I
I
totally
actually
missed that.
recorded the YouTube, so
Oh,
I still
really?
have it, even though it got taken down. Yeah,
Oh, it got taken down?
yeah, it sure did. Yeah, um, but it was.
Copyright?
I don't know. I wouldn't share it. I just have it for myself because so that way I can always remember that it happened. I've never shared it, and I won't. But I just recorded it because as soon as I saw the first um, when she was like showing her phone. As soon as I saw the first thing, I was like, "Oh, I'm recording this because it's gonna get pulled immediately." So I
Wow,
recorded it. I don't know how I caught it when it was
good
on, but
call.
it was pretty crazy. But yeah, so she had basically set up her own sting and caught him on camera in her like prostitution is what it was. So he was
Wow. Oh
soliciting.
my, uh, oh, soliciting a prostitute.
Right, and it was from
Yes,
his
I do
courtroom.
recall something like that.
Yeah, it was from his courtroom too.
Oh my God. Wow, that that takes some chutzpah.
But I think that someone was saying when I was on the other night that he is no longer, I don't know if he's no longer, he's just not representing Greeno. I'm not sure which, but he was representing somebody. And so I don't know if he's not doing, if that's the part he's not doing, or if he's like not doing any defense, you know, at all. That was weird.
That is weird.
But yeah, the girl, I don't know. I'd love to know, like, is she okay? Like, where is she? Because it was the girl that had basically been trafficked through somebody that she was really scared of, but yet she was like over the corruption inside of the courtroom. And she was on his docket, and so that was like the messages she was sharing, where he said, well, when I saw you in my courtroom, I knew you were somebody that I needed to get to know. What? It's like, oh my
Oh,
gosh, this is literally Days of Our Lives, but crooked.
that's so gross.
Huh? Is
That is so gross. That's creepy old man gross.
that not disgusting? It was so,
Yeah,
yeah, I was very disturbed by that. And it just kind of makes you, they'll, when those kind of things happen, that's what kind of makes you wonder. But at the same time, that's Hickham's Dykem. That is not Occam's razor at all. To think there's some kind of, big conspiracy. I really don't. I think it was just one idiot that had the intention was to kill, and that's it. I don't think it's anything complicated with Delphi as
yeah,
killer goes.
I
Now,
agree.
crime, I think it had to have been unlike anything that they had seen before because they were shook.
They were shook.
Watch.
Even the Indiana State Department of or the Indiana Police Department or State Police, that chief or whatever he was shook.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, you have detectives, investigators, FBI, and all different like different districts and places, sheriff, PD, whatever. And they were all visibly, I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, you said you were an empath. I could feel it. Like you could literally see it through the TV of how disturbed they are.
yeah,
And even when they recall it in a memory, like when they're being interviewed, you can
yeah,
just feel the like angst that they're going through. It's awful. So
yeah.
based on that, it was
I
something
agree.
about that was awful.
I agree. Something had to be terrible. And then that makes you wonder, you know, what's the type of person that does a crime in that way or a murder in that way? A serial killer usually. It's not somebody who that's their first time killing and they decided to do something really bizarre, you know?
That's true. I don't know. It all depends on what bizarre is. Okay, so everybody has to start somewhere. If we're just talking just in general serial killer.
Hmm.
So what if we're not looking for the right past, the right kind of background on this killer? You know, everybody wants to follow this really tight victimology and look for like very specific cases everywhere. But what if it's, thinking by myself. Where'd she go? Well, Melissa, I don't, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I think it's something that he's definitely going to do again eventually. But there are serial killers. If you look at this, like the history of serial killers, Murderpedia is excellent for research. I mean, there are some that can go years and years without committing until they commit their next murder. But I
There
don't
are,
coming back on or is that?
am I back? I- okay, I just wanted to turn my camera off for a second.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm reading that I was in a little bit of a panic. Wait a minute. So Greeno, who the hell is Greeno? Like I see his name everywhere. Um,
That's
I
probably
thought he was a YouTuber.
there's we don't agree on. There's a lot of people with different opinions on him. So
Oh, she was saying there was some sort of lawsuit.
no, he doesn't have a lawsuit. He had a in Carroll County. He hasn't paid his child support, so he has the lawyer for that case was Spouts. But
Wait, so Greeno lives in Indiana?
yeah,
The YouTuber?
hmm
Oh, and he didn't pay child support. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
that
So
maybe
that's why he
worked
was in
well.
Carroll County, and then he was transferred there from Morgan County when he got out of jail for the.
Oh, that's probably where the warrant was out of then.
Yeah, he had the warrant was for Carroll County for the child support, but I think he's got, you know, the other one in
Other
Morgan.
stuff.
I think that might be what she was talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, he who Watcher, who do you think did Evansdale? And Melissa, the Delphi murder? I really don't think this is a first time murder, only because I don't know as a first time murder if I would attempt two people at the same time. That's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And two in
Ew.
Evansdale.
Lyrica and Elizabeth. Lyrica Cook
Oh,
and is it Elizabeth Collins? I think so. That was in a, a lot. It is very similar. I don't know if you've looked into that one at all. It's eerily similar, and it's the reverse date of Delphi. So it was like 7/13. No, yeah, wait, yeah, 7/13. No, help me out.
and two,
Seven thirteen
seven,
of
three, four,
12.
2012.
2012. Yeah.
Okay. I just put it in my little notes so I don't forget because
Mm-hmm.
I know I'll forget the name of the city. I'll think
Yeah.
Evansville.
Well, and like my thing was is like they were abducted and then taken to another spot, and I know that a lot of people don't really get on board with that with Delphi but I've been there and it's definitely a different spot. I mean, yeah, it's not
Yeah,
drivable. Like they didn't drive to somewhere else, but it's pretty
yeah.
far. It's pretty far
Hmm.
from the bridge, especially when you're going down a ravine and like all that jazz. So
I
it's kind of
walked over
two.
there and it wasn't all that bad.
When you went?
Yeah, I went it wasn't during the summer, so it didn't have all the summer foliage.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that makes the difference. Um they had winter foliage too when they went missing in February, but um or when they were murdered in February.
Yeah.
But yeah, we I I walked it's about a half a mile off the trail, but there is a little trail there, believe it or not, but it's not a real visible one. It comes and goes. It's one of those. It's probably an animal trail, but I just
Yeah.
followed that little trail and then you just have to there's an area that it's kind of a steep drop off to the creek most of the way, but then there's an area that kind of is less steep and there's some trees and stuff you can hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went down there by the water, by the creek.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't, now it was hard getting back up, but
Right.
that got me winded.
I bet.
Yeah, but yeah, getting down there wasn't so bad actually.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you guys for doing this with me so I can make sure that
Yeah, for sure.
it
Good
looks
luck,
like,
and I'll try to be
yeah,
there.
thank
I think.
you.
What time are you doing it tomorrow?
9 o'clock Eastern time. So, or
Okay.
9 o'clock our time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
PM
you,
though, right?
Walter. Yeah, 9.
Hopefully.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God. If it were 9 a.m., there's no way.
No, I no way.
Mm-mm.
All
So,
right. Well, it
okay.
was nice chatting with you.
It was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for making sure that I was getting everything set up okay and for the tips and
Forward, right?
everything.
Pay it
Yeah,
forward.
my tech support help. Thank you. My tech support angel.
You should. You probably are going to want to find a replacement for me real quick.
Uh, well, I don't anticipate me wanting to do a whole lot more, techie stuff. So I think I'll be okay, hopefully. Thank you, Melissa Moore, and you have a great night too. And good night, everybody. I'm gonna just watch a little bit of this and then I'm gonna take it down. So,
All right. Cool.
all right. It was nice
Bye.
meeting everybody. Bye.